The gym is one of my favorite places to meet girls because that's already something that me and her have in common, because I go to the gym every day, and if she goes to the gym every day, then it just works. I was working out with one of my best friends at the gym. We were doing a chest and triceps workout. We'd already completed the chest portion of the workout, so we were on triceps. And I don't know if you guys go to the gym, but if you do, you know the workout where you're holding like a rope and you're pushing down with your triceps. I can't really do the motion super well right now, but this one. So I was doing that with my friend, and I noticed out of the corner of my eye that this girl was staring at me from probably like 30 feet away. And I mean just like full on like staring for 5 to 10 seconds at a time before looking away. Between my first few sets, I had noticed it, and I was planning on going to talk to her later in the workout, because for me, I always want to try to finish the workout before I talk to a girl. I didn't have to do that because her and her friend, both of them were pretty attractive, mind you. Me and my friend are like, let's say right here working out, they're right here. So we're literally right next to each other, probably 5 feet apart, and they're like giggling and shit, laughing. She's making her interest very obvious. And guys, this is a key, what do they call it nowadays? They call it a choosing signal. This is a key choosing signal, is when a girl brings herself into your orbit. She's like giggling, talking to her friends, playing with her hair, like looking at you every like couple seconds and looking away. She wants you to talk to her. And I knew this was going through my head. I feel that the longer you wait to pull the trigger and just go up to her, the more and more you're gonna talk yourself out of it. It's almost like if you're standing on top of a cliff and let's say it's like 40 feet below you into water and you're just staring down, you're not, like the more you start staring, the more and more chance you have of not jumping off that cliff into the water, if that makes sense. So what I'm trying to get at is that I pulled the trigger immediately. Like I saw her and I was like, okay, she's showing interest. She's right there. I think she's attractive. She probably thinks I'm attractive if she keeps looking at me. So I just went right up to her and her friend and I was like, hey, are you guys working on triceps? I think I made some like funny joke because they had been there for like 10 minutes at this point. And they just, I think, dude, they must have done like 10 sets of triceps, which is abnormal for this rope workout in particular. But anyways, and they were like, yeah, we're doing triceps. And I was like, yo, you should come finish the workout with me and my buddy. And they were like, okay. So they picked up their backpack, their purse or whatever, brought it over. And for the next, I want to say 30 minutes, we did the remainder of our tricep workout with them, and then we transition into like an ab core workout. It's just that easy, guys. Like just going up to them and saying hi. And why I think this story is really important is because I feel like a lot of the time as guys, we kind of overcomplicate this thing of talking to a girl, and that's where the NoFap aspect comes in, is because when you get on NoFap and you really retain your sexual energy, you start to not care so much. And what I mean by that is you find that talking to a girl is like talking to just another person, because that's all it is in reality. Honestly, I think that when you repeatedly engage in watching porn and beating your meat and all these other like things that aren't productive for you, you kind of start to view women as like not humans, honestly. That kind of shows itself in your day-to-day life, because you'll find that talking to women, especially attractive women, is 10 times more difficult than it should be. And so when you get on NoFap, you just have really positive, good energy. And I think it's easy to say that, oh, the reason this girl liked me was because I'm attractive. And, I don't want to seem like cocky by saying this, but I think that most people would agree that I'm like an above average looking guy. But I don't think it had anything to do with that at all, because I feel like the fact that I was 9 months into NoFap and I had such like a positive, energetic attitude, which anyone could have, like such an optimistic attitude. I was like smiling, talking with my friend, just like having a really good time in the gym and like genuinely enjoying myself. And I feel like she noticed that, kind of like she picked up on those vibrations and was like, okay, this is someone that I want to be around. What I'm trying to get at is that it honestly doesn't matter what you look like. And especially if you're going to the gym and already improving yourself, then that just works in your favor even more. So what ended up happening was we were doing an ab workout and I was like laying on my back doing sit-ups, and I had the girl holding my feet and her friend was holding my friend's feet. So I kind of hooked him up too with her. So I ended up getting both of their numbers, and I don't think it really ever amounted to anything in the end, but it was still like a really fun experience. Just to be social like that and to step outside of your comfort zone. Like you just get this really nice like rush of adrenaline when it's all done, because you're like, okay, and instead of like staying in my shell, I kind of like put myself out there a little bit and did something that was initially uncomfortable. Like I kind of plunged myself into the danger almost. And that's a really addictive feeling, guys. And that's something you'll experience quite a bit when you're on NoFap. When you give up that initial gratification and like sexual release for like a greater purpose, the further you go on your NoFap journey. But the reason that this story came into my mind and that I wanted to make a video about it was because just 4 days ago, so mind you, that whole thing I told you, that whole ordeal with the girl in the gym, that was 8 or 9 months ago, right? But 4 days ago, I'm in a Starbucks, I'm working on my computer, taking a class, learning about blogging, which is something I want to get into. So I did that for about an hour, and the whole time the Starbucks worker was absolutely staring at me, and she looked a bit familiar, so I was kind of confused. I was like, okay, I definitely know this chick from somewhere, but I'm not sure where. And so I did another 30 minutes or so of deep work, and then I packed up my things. And as I was leaving the building, I opened the door to go outside, and I saw her just like making like a last ditch effort kinda, because she was too scared to talk to me, let's be honest. So she was making hard eye contact with me to try to get me to make a move, and it worked because I just pointed at her like this, and I was just like, you, like, come over here right now kind of thing. And she took her little apron off, she went through the door and then came out and talked to me, and I was like, where do I know you from? I think that was my opening line. And she said the same thing. She was like, yeah, I feel like I've been staring at you like I know you from somewhere. And the craziest shit about this story is that that girl from Starbucks was the older sister of the girl that I worked out with in the gym from the beginning of the story. I attracted both sisters is what I'm trying to say. That's the power of NoFap, guys. I guess you just attract like whole family lineages. But yeah, no, this new girl she's more my age, because I'm 23 and the girl from the gym was 19 at the time, but her older sister's 21, so we'll see where this goes. I don't really know. I'm kind of just going with the flow, having fun, hanging out. But yeah, guys, I think that every single one of you watching this video right now can expect similar results to the ones I just mentioned if you really sacrifice that pleasure, that initial pleasure, and get on NoFap. Because it's gonna suck for the first 3 weeks or a month, because you're gonna have so many urges that are gonna be so difficult for you to resist. But if you're able to resist them, then only good things come in your life, and you'll find that you're able to attract more and more high quality women. You won't be getting the women that, you know, you don't actually like, but the ones you feel comfortable talking to. You'll start taking the plunge, like as I'm doing, to go talk to girls that I actually think are attractive, that I would have never talked to when I was not on NoFap. But with that being said, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed the story. Let me know what you think down in the comments if I should keep doing these stories. I'm having a lot of fun making them, and I definitely have like a handful of other ones that I could tell you guys if you're interested. But all right, guys, I think I've said enough. I hope you guys have a great day. Remember, stay up, boys.